Good morning, everyone. On my way to work. This is John Limones once again. The station is being made to help people spiritually, physically, and financially. And some of you might see on my title, it says my name and it says Kadam 1. Some people are asking, what does Kadam 1 mean? Not sure what people are thinking, but Kadam 1 is has many meanings, but it's a Hebrew word, and what the word means is ancient. So if you look at the title, it says Ancient One, because what I'm trying to do is give everyone understanding of how we live our life now by the writings of the Ancient One being Elohim, being God. And that's about as far as it goes, but that's what it means. The Kadam 1, the Ancient One. We stand on the teachings of the Ancient One, the Ancient of Days. The Scripture says that we draw our wisdom and our knowledge and our understanding from. And since He's the one who created us and created all things, He understands how things work and has laid out a plan for us and how to live our life and how we can achieve greatness in our life. And I was just thinking about friends and people that I have around me and how they have made an impact in my life and the things that have happened in my life. And I can tell you this, if you hang around foolish people, you'll become foolish. If you hang around people who are violent, you'll become violent. If you hang around people who are wise, you'll become wise. You hang around people that are going to seminars that teach. You're going to hang around people who constantly read, looking at business. Entrepreneurs are great people to be around. They're self-driven. They have dreams. They have goals that they have set. They have dreams since they were little kids, and they never forgot their dreams, and they've never abandoned them. And so if we can get around people that can inspire you, that can help you achieve the greatness that you have inside of you, they'll draw that out. That's what you want to hang around. Be careful who you surround yourself with and who you spend your time with. And that goes for people you might not even know. That's people that you might be listening to here on YouTube, on the radio, in books, or at work, school, wherever you're at. If you're listening to people and you're gravitating towards watching them and what they're doing every day, you're feeding yourself foolishness. You're feeding yourself things that are not going to bring you any kind of prosperity or enrichment in your life. Maybe a quick dose of dopamine to stimulate you. Everybody's looking for entertainment instead of education, and I believe that people look for education more than they look for entertainment. They'll be more successful in life and things that they're pursuing. Not all entertainment is bad. There's times for that, but don't make it the most of your time. You're constantly watching foolish things and listening to foolish things. Yeah, good comedy is okay. Some of these stand-up guys are pretty funny, but for me and where I'm at in my life, I'd rather sit down and listen to a 3-4 hour lecture of business implementation, of how to speak the Hebrew language, of biblical resources, different things, cultural anthropology, understanding cultures from around the world and how to interact with people, and why we shouldn't be upset when certain cultures do certain things, because to them doesn't mean the same thing it means to us. Let me give you an example. If there's certain parts of Africa, if you would go to them and you would look at them in the eyes, it means something a lot different than what it means here in America. Here in America, if you're looking at somebody as they're talking to you and speaking to you, and you're looking at them face to face in their eyes, it means that you're listening, you're paying attention, and you're giving respect, being honorable. Now, in parts of Africa, if you would do that, and you're looking at someone in their eyes, somebody of high status, you're challenging them, almost to a fight to the death. That's how serious it is, and you can get yourself in a lot of trouble unless they perceive you to be at the same status that they are. So you're in a different country, in a different culture, with different meanings. The Asian countries, or like China, if there's so many people there. They stand in line next to each other, real close to each other, every day. Their interactions are really close to each other, and so that's normal for them. So when they come here to America, and you're at Disneyland, you're at the DMV, or you're wherever, and they're like right there in your purple circle, man. They're in your private space. They're not meaning to be rude or crude or dishonorable at all. To them, that's a normal thing. To them, that's just the way part of life is, that they grew up that way. And so we have to have a little bit of, I say, patience. I don't really like using the word tolerance, because that can be perceived the wrong way. We don't tolerate a lot of foolishness. We don't tolerate evil, wicked things. We don't tolerate things that are against the Bible. We don't tolerate things that are going to harm our family. But patience with people and their cultural beliefs and the cultural understanding is a little different. We have patience until we understand, number one, what they're doing, and number two, maybe they can understand our ways here. And I believe whatever country you go to, you should do your best to find out what their cultural beliefs are and what's offensive and what's not, so you're not walking into another country being offensive and doing things you shouldn't be doing. And there are certain countries, if you ride on the walls, we got taggers over here in LA and different places, and you get a citation, or the cops will harass you a little bit. But in other countries, they'll take you and they'll get a stick and they'll beat you. They'll bend you over and they'll beat your back with it. And it's called caning. They'll beat you with it because they don't tolerate that kind of foolishness. It's a different culture. There's certain places where if you steal something, you don't go to jail. They cut off your hand, and that's still going on today in different countries. So we gotta understand how different people are thinking, what they perceive as normal, what's really going on. And as we do that, we can live more harmonious. We can live it more at peace, understanding each other, and then we'll be able to relate to one another and share good times and different things. I love to travel. I love adventure. So to me, traveling and adventure is putting myself out of the norm, putting myself in a place where a little bit out, maybe a little uncomfortable. Being in the middle of the snow, like in Alaska, we went there, and man, what a beautiful experience that is. If you ever get a chance to go to Alaska, I would say yes, go. The people there are so awesome. They're so nice. They're so inviting. They're like the children of Abraham. Their tent doors are open and they're so inviting. But just the people, get to see my brothers and sisters around the globe. That's my passion. That's my desire. And I'm little by little, the Father has been able to bless me and take me to different places when I least expected. But He's taken me and my family, and He's traveled. We traveled a lot of different places. But I believe that this time He's getting ready to bless us even more, and we're really going to travel some places, and we're going to present the truth the best way we can to people, to help them in their lives and help them perceive those things that are biblically scriptural and sound. And as we do that, I believe that we'll make more friends. And there's a lot of people attacking each other right now. They're attacking each other for their beliefs, or attacking each other sometimes for just dumb reasons. And they're attacking each other not only physically, but emotionally, financially, and I'll explain that, and attacking each other verbally. Sometimes there's people that have been placed in your life, placed there to help you, and maybe they're upset with you or mad at you, and they purposely don't help you because of that. So if you're upset with somebody and maybe they were a friend of yours and whatever, and you see them in need, that forgiveness that I was talking about the other day, forgiveness, let forgiveness dwell inside you, and especially for that person that wants us a friend, help them out. You need to be there for them. They've been placed in your life for a purpose and for a reason. So do your best you can, even if you're upset with people. And I noticed that in some families, you can have a brother and sister fighting, or a brother and brother fighting, and let somebody else fight with them. All of a sudden, that fighting that they have between each other doesn't exist, and their brother will stand with their brother, or sister will stand with the sister against that other person that's attacking or being unfriendly to their brother or their sister. So that's kind of relationships we need to have, and we need to make. But speaking about those adventures and being in an uncomfortable place, those are the things that are going to make you grow. It's gonna cause you to succeed in life, because just the way your brain works. I don't know if anybody out there has studied the way brain operates. Certain things can physically happen to your brain and chemically happen to your brain. So when you put yourself in a situation you haven't been in before, uncomfortable position, it fires off different neurons, and different mixtures of chemicals are in your brain to help adapt to that situation. So your brain starts to create different things. It starts to work in different patterns that it hasn't worked before, to get you through whatever it is you're going through, and to help make sense of what's going on in the world that you're in. So it actually will increase your intellectual capacity as you're in those places that you don't feel comfortable at. Ever stand up in somewhere and someone asks you, hey, can you sing this song? But a lot of people won't sing. Oh, I can't sing and this and that. But if you do, and if you really, you got 5 seconds to make that choice. Just the way the brain works. In 5 seconds, you're gonna make a choice to either do something or not. And once you get past that 5 seconds, your brain's telling you not to, because it's uncomfortable, and then fear comes in. So you got 5 seconds. That's the way the brain works. You do a study on it. It's really interesting. But within those 5 seconds, if you just get up and do it, you already beat the brain. You already beat the brain telling you no. You get up and you do it. That's where that self-driven will comes in. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it. It's uncomfortable, whatever. Hey, it's going to be, maybe it'll be fun. Get up and just have fun. Some people get out there and they get drunk and they do karaoke. Yeah, they're just having fun, right? Well, you can do that and without being drunk, and just do it, and then watch your success grow. When you go to in a classroom or you're at work or somewhere, and anybody have a question, you have a question, raise your hand and ask a question. Why are you embarrassed? Why you what are you worried about other people for? There's some things that you can do in your life to stimulate your mind and to pattern it, to draw a pattern in your life, in your brain, to succeed. And one of them is, and you get up in the morning and when you go to bed, when you get up and before you go to bed, get a little notepad. And I want just write down very simply, number one, what you want to be, how you plan to do it, and what the reasoning is behind it. And so you can have many directions. You can have how can I explain it? Mapped out. Okay, so say I want to be rich. Okay, why? Well, why do you want to be rich? What's the purpose? What's the reason behind it? I want to be rich so I can help people. I want to be rich so I can, buy my mother a house. I want to be rich so I can take care of my grandmother. I want to be rich so I can take care of my daughter, my son, my grandchildren. There's the reason. And then the route or the path that it takes you to get there won't matter anymore. You won't even care what it takes to get there. You're going to do what it is because your reason, your why, the final destination is what's going to take place in your heart, in your mind, in your mind's imagination. So as you're writing these things down in the morning and you're writing them down before you go to bed, your mind's constantly working on it. Stimulate your mind to figure a way out to get you what you want to get. Everyone has intelligence in their mind. You just got to figure out how to draw it out. And by number one, write it down before you go to bed and read it to yourself. When you wake up, write it down again and read it to yourself again. You're telling yourself what you need to do and what you want in your brain. Now it's up to your brain to figure out how to get that, and constantly put that there. There's what you think about the most, you will become. I guarantee you, if you understand this principle, what you believe, what you think about the most is what you will become. And your belief behind that, and you're constantly putting that before yourself, will bring those things to you, because your brain will figure a way how to do it. It really will. I've seen it over and over and over again. It happened with me, how I got my home, when I bought certain cars, when I wanted to get married, how I wanted to have children, the job that I wanted, the position that I wanted. It's ridiculous, and it's not this super mystical thing out there. No, our Creator, our Father, Elohim, God, He has made us mysteriously. He has made us. He's made us so intellectual. He's so how can I explain it? He's given you power inside of you. You don't even understand. For lack of a better word, He's given you power inside your brain, inside your mind, inside your heart, inside of you, the deepest part of who you are, to draw those things to you, that to make you something great, to make you something better. Because then remember, you're a child of the King, and He has given you something inside of you to draw those things to you. And if you constantly think about the positive things and the things that you want, and the things you desire, and the person you want to be, that's why I love entrepreneurs, because they understand this principle. I've read books and books and books of billionaires and multimillionaires, and they always say the same thing. You gotta constantly put in front of you what you want, and your brain will draw you to it. It will figure a way to get it. It will figure a way to get it. Sooner or later. You know, it might not be next week, it might not be next year, but sooner or later. Hey, look, if you have a goal, really strong desire, what you want, sooner or later, you want to have that happen. If it takes 3 years to get, so what? It takes 3 years. Look at 4 years of high school. How fast did that go by? Like a blink. Can you even remember it? You can't. So what is it for 4 years to go by for you to finally get to the destination you want to get what you want to, what you really desired, to be who you really want to be? Okay? Put in front of you what you want. Be the person that you want to be. Look around. All those beautiful and great things you see in the people that you love and admire the most, you can be those things too. Start changing those patterns, hanging around those people, and become like those people. And all the people around you that you can't stand those things in them, make sure you don't act like that and get those people away from you as fast as you can. All right? So stimulate your mind. Search out the scriptures. It stimulates the mind. It opens up the mind. Physical things can happen. And you can be anything you want to be, and you can have anything you want to have. Truly, I believe this because the Father has shown me this in my life, and He's still working on me, and I still have dreams, and I still have desires, and I still have goals, and I'm on the path, and it doesn't matter what path it takes. I know for sure, in the end, I'm gonna have everything I want and be the person I want to be, and I'm gonna help all the people that I can. Amen. All right. For those of you who can stand with me, give me a thumbs up. Share this link. Let's get this word out, and let's help many people be the best they can be. All right. Be blessed.